Hello all, we'll continue to the tutorial after creating this sections and creating these parts, and now the only part which we'll look into is to assign the sections and create the assembly and meshing and so on. So we came till here, and now we have created the rock and soil property and sections. We have not done the assembly. Anyway, we haven't done the property yet. So we'll start with macro manager. We'll create a macro in the working directory, and we'll first I guess we have the materials and we have the sections as well. So we'll just have to assign the section. So we'll just create a section assignment manager, but for the top part we don't require any section assignment, so maybe we will go to middle part which will require a soil section. So yeah, so that's what we are going to do. We'll select all and set one and click on done, and the section will be soil and click on OK. So that's what we'll do. Now we'll stop recording and we'll dismiss this, and we'll go back to our ABAQUS macro file, and yeah, we'll reload it. Yeah, so this is the macro file, and you can see here we have created this data now. Yeah, earlier we came till here and I stopped to the part where I was trying to assign a section to top part, which we will not be doing. So yeah, that's what we have done. Now I'm just going to paste all these lines, and I am going to remove the section variables, session type of assignment lines. Now redundant lines. Now p.cell, which is the value of c, we can just insert where the c is, so we can remove this line. Cell is equal to this number 1, p region is this. You can directly again remove this line as well by cutting this and pasting this here. So cells, yeah, this is also not required. Now we can see that this is the line which needs to be written to assign sections to our parts. So yeah, this is p. Yeah, again not require the redundant line p. So that way we can have these 3 lines. This what we have done earlier was we have done the same for top region, but we want it for the middle. So I'm gonna cut it and paste it here, middle, and I'm again going to copy this line and paste it for the bottom. So I'm just going to copy bottom part, and the section name will be rock section. So upper part will be soil, bottom part will be rock. So that's what we are going to do here, and yeah, that's it. Now we'll move this parts into assembly. So a equal to model. So assembly we can get from the model database as root assembly. Now we can also fix the datum Cartesian system, and earlier we did create this matrix which we didn't use. So I'm going to cut this matrix and we will paste it here, because we are going to use this sorry, not matrix, list. I keep forgetting, this is a list. PRT is equal to top part, middle part and bottom part. So this list will be used here. So this was a previous code for, so I am going to run a for loop in the range of parts. So all the parts will be created as instance of this assembly, a dot instance, and we are going to name them as p dot name, which is the name of the part, -1. So add just -1 in the front of part, and that will be our assembly. So now I am going to clean the slate, and I am going to clean the slate on macro as well. So delete this macro, dismiss this, and run the script. Yeah, so we can directly see here in the assembly all the parts are created. The origin is somewhat ill situated, but we can later move it on, but we don't even require to change the origin anyway. So yeah, assembly is done. Now we have to go to step module, and before going into step module, let's just go into step module and go to macro manager, and now create another macro. and create a step. Basically, in general, with this type of simulations, we go with explicit, and we'll call it step 1 and click on continue. Everything else, nonlinear geometry on, increment and mass scaling and other, we keep them to default and click on OK and dismiss it. And we go to interaction. Maybe the interaction what we are going to create here are pretty simple, so we'll just create one contact property which will be rough. So all the contacts we are trying to make are rough, so tangential behavior will be rough and normal behavior will be hard, and maybe we can go with allow separation after contact for right now. Maybe we can change it later on, but just go with default. So yeah, creating this interaction. Now we'll create a general contact in initial stage and int1, and I'm going to call it as rough cont, and all with self and rough. Yeah, that's what we are going to do and click on OK. So this is what we are going to do in this stage. In the loading, will not move into right now, because loading will require not loading actually, but load module have different like boundary conditions and other stuff, so we have to do some preparation to work on that. So we'll stop recording here. We'll again go to macro file, and yeah, we'll see how it has done. We are just going to copy all this and paste it under this line. So again, session objects are not required, so I'm just going to remove the session objects or session snippets of code which control the session. Yeah, these are the lines which are required. So explicit dynamic step, so this is the step contact property rough, and rough will have tangential behavior of rough, normal behavior of pressure over closure, allow separation after contact, and so on. I'm just going to put them all in one line. And yeah, rough contact as a general rough contact will be used in general contact definition, like so. So these 6 lines are used. So yeah, we have created the contact. Now we'll again test run this thing. We'll delete the macro and dismiss this and clean the slate again. We'll go for run script. Yeah, now we can see we have created the interaction with us rough contact, and rough contact is there. Yeah, so we don't need to create any surfaces for contact if we are using a general contact, because that's basically means wherever ABAQUS sees there is overclosure, it assigns the contact. So yeah, after interaction, I guess we'll close our tutorial for right now, because it will become much more complex in the 4th part and 5th part. I guess I will try to finish this in this 5 parts, or maybe I will go for 6th part. So this is the part where we have created interaction, and then we will go to complexities of geometry and creating a coupled Eulerian-Lagrangian part. So thank you.